Let's go!
Hey, kids.
Hey, Dad.
War crimes will be prosecuted.
Does the word duh mean anything to you?
Yeah, I chose this profession, so therefore I earned beer.
You want to go to the matinee?
The feeling is definitely there.
You don't know my name!
It's a new morning in America.
This is the old dude, Howard J. Reynolds.
Step into my office.
There's not going to be too many punks.
Don't you stop worrying about the punk.
Fuck you. That's my name.
Yeah, let's go to the punk rock show.
Introducing for your listening pleasure.
Welcome back. That was The Core with Spell It Out off Tales from 2814. This is Mike from the High Fives Podcast, and we're going through my top 30 of 2018. So we're down to number... Whoa, I even forgot. We are down to number 20. So that means we've done 10. 10. This will be the 10th one I've picked. And you're still listening. Maybe you're not listening. Maybe I'm just rambling off into abyss now. Anyway, I'm going to keep talking. You're going to keep listening, hopefully. And the next band I picked is The Sidekicks. And The Sidekicks are one of those bands that have changed enough with each album to keep them interesting. I find that each album has gotten more polished and more into the realm of alternative indie pop sound rather than punk rock band. So the song I picked is the one I found was the catchiest, and it's called Twins Twist.
You're not a child.
Well, that was the sidekicks, and I hope you enjoyed them. And moving on with the list, I'm going to give you 2 picks here. At 19, I have a band called Warm Thoughts. This album came out on Asian Man Records in June, and the album is I Went Swimming Alone, and it's a side project of Touche Amore's drummer, where he did everything completely solo, so everything was written and played by him. It's melodic pop punk. At times it can be a little bit polished, and it's a little bit less bedroom quality than the former moniker of Dad Punchers was. I personally enjoy it a little bit more. I did read some reviews where people didn't like how polished it was, but I like it, and I like that it's something completely different from Touche Amore and shows the diversification. The album is I Went Swimming Alone, and the song I chose was Your Haircut, Man. Yeah, that's your haircut. At 18, I picked a band from Montreal called Lost Love, and their album Good Luck, Rasco. One of the best things about doing the High Fives podcast is finding out new music via Nate. Sometimes he hits it out of the park, and sometimes it's a dud. But most of the time, I'm pretty stoked to find out something that I haven't checked out before. And Lost Love was one of those bands. I think I probably would have skipped over it had Nate not brought it to my attention. So kudos to you, Nate. They're on Stomp, and they play a blend of pop punk, indie rock, and power pop, which is all stuff I like. It's definitely one of those albums that I'm surprised isn't talked about more in these circles. But if you get a chance, check it out. The song I'm choosing is Are You Alive, You Dumb Fuck? So if we're recapping here, it's Warm Thoughts with Your Haircut, Man off I Went Swimming Alone, and Lost Love with Are You Still Alive, You Dumb Fuck off Good Luck, Rasco.
stay. So I'll look down and I'll walk away. I'm running back home to try to get some sleep. Snow is filling the rings under my tired and jaded eyes. So I'll look down and I'll walk away. Yeah, I'll look down and I'll walk away. Woo! Just give me this bottle now, and I'll forget everything. The city is bearing what's left of me, and I can't breathe, so I look down and I drink myself to sleep. Just give me a reason to believe, and I'll stay right here. 'Cause I might be wrong and I could make a difference if I say so. I look up and I hope so bad. I hope that I will survive. Woo! And I say I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles, but that's what I would need tonight. Don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles, but that's what I would need tonight. Don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles, but that's what I would need tonight. Don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles. I don't believe in miracles, but that's what I would need tonight.
That was Lost Love and Warm Thoughts with my picks 18 and 19. And moving on to pick number 17, I'm going to go with a local band called Territories. So one of the first bands in Calgary I got into as a kid was Knucklehead. They played a lot of shows. They were fun to watch. They had catchy songs. And 16-year-old me was in love with them. Fast forward a few years, and Knucklehead sort of faded away. But out of the ashes came Territories, which is basically a new Knucklehead album with a little more grown-up feel to it. This is their first release under the new moniker, and if you like Knucklehead, you'll probably like it. It has a lot of the same sensibilities as your average Knucklehead release, but it's just enough of a difference to warrant the new moniker. It's got a little bit more grown-up feel to it, and it's worth checking out, especially if you're a fan. The album is self-titled, and the song is Quiet Voices. So here's Territories with Quiet Voices.
One day we'll all have our revenge when they spit petals in and the quiet voices win. One day this noise will start to fade, and we'll clean the mess they made and let others lead the way. I'll see you there with the quiet voices, and we'll be there with the quiet voices. One day the demagogues will say that most of us choose what to be. One day we'll take back what we give when we see it for what it is, and we'll all live and live. I'll see you there. Raise the quiet voices, and we'll be there with the quiet voices. I'll see you there. Raise the quiet voices, and we'll be there with the quiet voices. I'll see you there. Raise the quiet voices, and we'll be there with the quiet voices.
That was Territories, a local band from Calgary, with their self-titled album, and the song was Quiet Voices. Moving on, at number 16, we have Crown of Nothing by Direct Hit. If you've listened to the podcast before, you know I'm a big Direct Hit fan, and I think it was always going to be really hard to follow up Wasted Mind. That album just seemed like the pinnacle of what that band has been working towards. And Crown of Nothing's a little bit different than Wasted Mind. It's less in your face. It's got a little bit more pop sensibility. And the band definitely explored some new styles, keeping with the concept idea. It took me a couple listens. It might have taken you a couple listens, but now I'm in love with it. And while it's different from Wasted Mind, I feel it's the perfect follow-up. It's kind of nice to see a band pull off slight changes and still not lose that core feel. So kudos to you, Direct Hit. I could have gone with anything off this album, but I went with the song You and I Are Nothing But Lies. So this is Direct Hit with You and I Are Nothing But Lies off Crown of Nothing.
Never wanted
And number 15 is Wars with their album Huge Grant. If you've listened to the podcast, you know I'm a sucker for a great pop punk album. And anything that Chris from Boat Dreams from the Hills has been involved in. Since I've been a teenager, he's been in a number of bands or involved with a number of bands that I absolutely love, whether they're in Calgary or in Vancouver. And we have featured Wars a couple times on the podcast since the albums came out. This is their 5th album, if I counted right. And the crazy thing is, it's basically just a vanity fun project for this band. They play limited shows together, rarely practice, and somehow they've pumped out a crazy amount of songs. Huge Grant is filled with their signature power pop punk sound, and it's loaded with clever lyrics and clever titles. Even the title of the album is a play on the fact that they got a grant to make the album, and then they used a picture of Hugh Grant. It's just a solid album. For fans that might know Living with Lions, one of the members of Living with Lions is also in this band. But yeah, I really recommend checking them out. I've never seen them live. I don't even think they play that live that often, but all the releases are worth it. And anything off Boat Dreams from the Hill is generally worth it. So check out the label, check out the band. The song I chose was Stand Up Children off Huge Grant. So here's Wars with Stand Up Children.
Exaggerate a bit, a lot, and forget which parts are exaggerated, and call me unresponsive if you're running out of options of things to say when we're just sitting in the living room. I'm always late to say you're right in all that shit which is predicated. I heard someone was calling, but I couldn't hear them calling when I was lying and you were sitting in the living room. Why not try to buy some more? Not another thought, what for? Couple floorboards and I'm bored. Solar job, blown overlord. Why not try to buy some more? Not another thought, what for? Couple floorboards and I'm bored. Solar job, blown overlord. Why not try to buy some more? Not another thought, what for? Couple floorboards and I'm bored. Solar job, blown overlord.
So that was Wars with Stand Up Children. And this is the High Fives podcast, Mike's Top 30 of 2018. And that's why you're only hearing my voice and not Nathan's voice. And probably why this doesn't sound as cool and as exciting as our regular podcast episodes. There's only so much witty banter I can do talking to myself. So thanks for sticking through it. I'm sticking through it. We'll keep moving on. At number 14, I have a band that has been featured on a number of year-end lists already, and it's no surprise. Not only do they have the band name of the year, but they put out one of the best indie rock albums I've heard in a long time. The band is Illuminati Hotties, and the album is Kiss Your Frenemies. Came out in May of this year, but the single I picked actually came out a full year before that. I had come across it on YouTube, and it was just a cool, fun summer video of featuring some skateboarding and some lazy summer activities, which I was instantly drawn to, and it picked up the vibe of that song so well. But it took a whole year for that album to come out, and when it did did not disappoint. So the band is Illuminati Hotties, the album is Kiss Your Frenemies, and the song is You're Better Than Ever. And I recommend checking out the video for You're Better Than Ever as well. Have a good one. Talk to you in a bit.
All my favorite socks are getting holes in them. All my favorite people got a load on them. But I heard that you feel better, better than ever, than ever. All my jeans and hoodies smell like parliaments. All I wanna do is skate back to your bed. 'Cause I heard that you got better. Better than ever, than ever. It's not to say that I'm unfortunate, or that I haven't been succeeding, but on the hushed and quiet sadness, when I wanted to be screaming. All the things I used to do are boring now. All the baddest words I knew came pouring out when I heard that you feel better, better than ever, It's not to say that I'm unfortunate, or that I haven't been succeeding. But on the hushed and quiet sadness, when I wanted to be screaming, all day long I waited for my phone to ring, and I counted every glow star on my ceiling. Texted you a picture where you looked pretty, and wondered if you saved the ones you had of me. But I'm sure you must be better, better than ever. Oh, I'm sure I could do better.
So that was the Illuminati Hotties with You're Better Than Ever. And moving on to picks number 13 and 12. Or 12 and 13, however you feel like saying it. At pick 13 is Hospital Job with Haze Like Me. This is a release I missed when it initially came out, but I was lucky enough to be reminded it existed when Serena, who is a listener who often submits lists for our episodes, had added Haze Like Me to one of her lists. I can't remember which one right off the top of my head. But I was sure glad she did, because I have enjoyed everything Hospital Job has done, as well as the copyrights and starter jackets. If you check it out, Haze Like Me is filled with the same hooks and pop-punk energy that you've come to expect from all three of these bands. The song I picked was Mount Rushmore. And at number 12, I have a band called Spanish Love Songs. This is kind of a funny pick for me to have on here, because when it initially came out, I really didn't like this album. And some of it had to do with everyone saying, oh, if you like the Menzingers, you'll like this album, because they sound like the Menzingers. And on the first listen, I was like, well, it sounds like the Menzingers. Why wouldn't I just listen to the Menzingers? But after some pressure from Nate and some other listeners, I gave it a second whirl, and I'm super glad I did, because as soon as I dropped the stigma of sounds like the Menzingers, I couldn't get enough of this album. It's probably one of the albums I've dissected the most this year, and it's rare that I shift from total distaste to total love. In fact, this album really probably should be up higher on my list, but because of my anti-stance towards it at the start, it stayed around here. I'm pretty excited to see where this band goes from this album. The album is Schmaltz. The song is Sequel, Remakes, Adaptations. The band is Spanish Love Songs. So to recap, it's Hospital Job with Mount Rushmore off Haze Like Me, and Spanish Love Songs with Sequels, Remakes, Adaptations off Schmaltz.
Stories used to fly off the pen. Only young, such a smart home
So that was Spanish Love Songs and Hospital Job. And moving on is an album that for a long time sat in my probably in my top 3. It was the Perfect Summer album, and it came out on my birthday. The band is Culture Abuse. The album is Daydream. It's off Epitaph Records, and it's kind of the kind of album you want to sit around slacking with friends in a summer haze. They're a band I had never really known much about before. And if you were to tell me that they were a hardcore band with the name Culture Abuse, I would have guessed you were correct. Maybe it's a reason I hadn't checked them out before. This really is the perfect summer album. I know I was really into it all summer long. The song I chose was Calm E. It was a tough one to just pick one. I was really torn because I like so many of the tracks. But this is Calm E off Daydream, and the band is Culture Abuse.
Other days I wanna kill you. Higher than no other love, safer than no other drug. If you wanna tell me something, call me, call me, call me, call me. It all takes time. You don't take time. Everything takes time. It takes time to learn. Yeah. Something, call me, call me, call me, call me. It all takes time. You don't take time. Everything takes